DT, definitely underwhelming from us as Man United fans. I didn't see a lot in the performance. Well, it's the same old, same old.
Yeah.
But from your team, there were like signs of like, not the old Arsenal, but you must be disappointed that you conceded. But where do you stand on your point?
2 points dropped.
Yeah.
I now got to see it firsthand what you've been moaning about, and you're poor. And that's why I'm gutted that we dropped 2 points, because you were there for the taking. Even at 2-2, I felt we were the ones in control of the game. De Gea kept you in it. And, you know, I've got to try and look at the positives. The positives are that we knew what we was doing at the start of the season. We knew that we weren't challenging and trying to be this amazing side. It's about rebuilding. And there's going to be obstacles in the way, you know, and there are defensive frailties within our squad. We know that. We knew all season there has been. But, you know, nights like tonight will be good for Emery to say, yeah, we'll learn from that and we can do, you know, all these little different... And like I just said to you off camera, there's a clear direction where we're going as a club. I'd be more worried if I was you.
Well, you know, you've seen all the videos that we've been doing and the general consensus amongst Man United fans. For us, from that performance, I think the first sort of 5 to 8 minutes, our crowd was out, our players were coming in and tackles, we wouldn't let you settle.
Yeah.
That slowly petered out, and then you came into the half. The goal that comes, obviously, De Gea, he never really makes mistakes, and he's made one there.
He redeemed himself.
He redeemed himself. That's why, you know, even though in fact he did make the mistake, I wasn't going to jump on his back. But we showed a bit of decent character to come back into it, which we always usually start playing when we go down. But then second half, it was the same thing. I mean, I was very shocked that when you scored, I mean, again, calamity. Rojo hasn't played all season, well, for about 18 months he hasn't played. But then for us to go up the other end and score straight away, at that point, be honest, we went up, was you thinking, Old Trafford, man, do you know what I mean? Was you thinking a little bit of that, or you still thought?
I said to Robbie, not once today did I feel threatened by Manchester United. Not once. I didn't feel threatened. And even at 2-2, within the first attack,
You were straight back up.
We was up the other end and nearly scored.
Yeah.
And I was like, we've literally just carried on like where we left off. We're not letting that affect us. Aubameyang could have scored. De Gea made a save. The save he made from Torreira and Mkhitaryan. Was Mkhitaryan offside with the goal? I don't know. I haven't seen the replays. We had so many chances in that last 10 minutes or so. And if anything, where people thought we might tire because of our game on Sunday, we got stronger.
There were no signs of that, was there?
No. I felt we missed Granit Xhaka big time today. The controlling presence in the midfield. But saying that, Guendouzi at 19 years old was absolutely superb.
On our fan cams, there were some very honest Man United fans saying that, you know, there's fans in there getting on Guendouzi's back because he was going down and pretending to be fouled. But no, in fact, the kid taught Matic how to play football. He showed Fellaini how to play football. So a lot of Man United fans were saying he had a good game. But do you think Xhaka would have made? Do you think he could have won you the game?
Yeah.
Not him specifically, but him being in there.
I think I'm right in saying that the 2 games that Xhaka's not played in the centre this season, we ain't won. Because there was a couple of games when he moved to left back, when we had to just move him. But he just gives us something different to Torreira. Torreira's the bulldog that just goes around and just shuts out all the fires, just puts them out. And then he just says, go on, off you go. And Xhaka's the one that sprays everything and gets the movement going quicker. Guendouzi's a different player to that. And, you know, for as good as he is, it just, and, you know, you talk about what he did and everything. Fellaini should have been sent off.
I haven't seen the replay. What are you saying? What happened?
He went behind Guendouzi and he had hold of his hair and he pulled him down by his hair.
He's jealous of him because he's cut his off.
Well, he was like, give me my hair back. But letter of the law, it's a sending off. It's a sending off at the end of the day. I don't know.
Torreira was rolling around a bit. There was a good few times where you two, I saw you guys were giving it to the Tottenham players for saying, hey, you're rolling around, give it. But there was a couple of times when, you know, Torreira holding his leg.
Half of your team were going down with cramp in the last 10 minutes.
That's because Joe said don't play him. They got flipping need WD-40.
I'll tell you one thing though, if you want to get rid of Bailly in January,
I'll take
him.
There you go. No, Mark always said you can always judge like your own players by what your rival fans say.
I'll take him.
And you know there was times he was turning around to the fans, giving it just to try and get us going. Yeah, he's going to be a bit rusty.
He hasn't played for how long he's played, and the fact that Mourinho hates him. Let's be real about it. He was your best player in my opinion.
This might sound like a silly question, but the fact that you still haven't beaten us, and here we're so poor. We were in our worst. This is our worst league start for 28 years. And he still couldn't get the win. Do you care about that? Or is there a bit of you that's still like flipping it? We still can beat Man United.
No,
or
there is a part of me that wished I could be sitting here gloating and
there's a whole part of you,
you know, but
because we said we didn't want to draw before the game, innit?
yeah,
I was driving. I was like, oh, draw's just.
That, but we look at the bigger picture, and like I said to you, the bigger picture is that we're rebuilding, and Manchester United have taken 3 years under Mourinho. We've already looked better than you in 5 months. So who's the happier? I'm a lot happier.
There's no disputing that.
You know, at the end of the day, I like to see for myself whether everything that you lot have been talking about is genuine. That's what I wanted to see today. I wanted to see if Man United were as bad
as we've been saying.
You've been saying.
And what conclusion did you make?
You're poor. You are poor. You are. And I think there's a lot of players out there that maybe look like they don't want to be here, don't want to play for the manager.
Similar stuff to what you guys went through and what you were seeing.
Well, this is the thing, right? A lot of those players that were underperforming for us last year and looking so awful away from home especially, were playing. And they look like completely different players. So it just shows maybe under another manager, you could get the best out of Martial. You could get the best out... Well, no, you're never getting the best out of Lukaku, man. He's absolute.
Do you know what? I thought his Timberlands might turn into Balenciagas and skinny fit jeans when he come on. He might just be able to give us something, but it didn't. I'll tell you what, though. He scared your defenders into not being able to clear it properly and let Jesse just come running in, He's part of the second goal, the equaliser.
Nah, I can't believe we let that little rat score again, man.
I haven't seen the replays of that, man, but...
no, I haven't. It
looked like just one hoof forward, and I was like, what's going on? They ain't cleared it, and he just...
I need to look at a few replays. I want to see whether Herrera should have been sent off for the tackle in the first half, which would be, the tackle that he done on...
The late tackle, yeah. Was it Rojo? It was Rojo.
Rojo, sorry.
No, I saw the replays at half time. I thought it was a yellow card at best.
I haven't seen replays, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I hear that the first goal was offside. But
the top half of his body was leaning, and it's one of them.
Well, he's offside, but given some of the decisions we've
had... Like Lacazette handball one when you... Yeah, there you go.
I'm not going to moan. I'm not going to moan. It happens in football. It swings and roundabouts. But... like I said, at the end of the day, I can take the positives from today. Yeah. I can say, all right, we're moving in a certain direction. Unai Emery, I feel, already knows who he doesn't want in this squad and who he does. And I also feel that we've got a clear path as to who we want to go and get in January and in the summer already. As for Man United, how long are you going to keep putting up with it? I think that maybe... your old enemy could be the final nail in Mourinho's coffin in a couple of weeks, Liverpool. Because I don't think the fans are going to take too kindly if you get spanked at Anfield.
But knowing us, you know what I mean? But like I said, when he's always about to fall over, he finds a way. I wouldn't surprise if he gets a draw.
This is what I said to Robbie. He's like Arsene Wenger. He's on the edge of a cliff, and just as he's about to get pushed over, something happens and he takes 2 steps back. And it's like this all the time. Wenger kept doing it. You were 2-0 down to Newcastle. He was... hanging off that cliff.
Fingernails.
And then all of a sudden, 3 goals, bang, he's come back. 2-0 down to Southampton, he pulls it back. He's on the edge of the cliff against Young Boys. You go and get a win. You're 1-0 down, getting dominated by Juventus. How the hell did you score 2 goals?
We still don't know to this day, we don't know.
But this is the thing. But from a neutral perspective and from the years that I've grown up watching Manchester United and everything, you lot ain't going to accept that for much longer.
No. DT. Has it been a pleasure?
We'll see you at the Emirates. We're going to smash you at the Emirates.
We'll have a new manager by then.